And you know, you might notice this really impacting your mood.
You know, so today we want to start by exploring some great ways to add pops of color into your home with some just little decorating ideas. So we have interior designer Max Humphrey here. Max, you worked a lot of magic, I should say, in the studio. Nice and bright today. Welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, my whole thing about bringing color in is a little goes a long way and a lot goes a really long way. So there's little ways you can bring color, like $5 bouquet of daffodils from the supermarket.
Really brighten things up.
Or you can go big and paint your front door a bright color.
Let's start with this. What are some of your favorite colors to decorate with this time of year?
I like colors inspired by nature. So a lot of greens, blues, stuff you see on your drive to work that you can then bring into your house.
All in your shirt.
In my shirt, yeah.
The rare color palette.
Right. Yeah, inspired by fashion. You know, people aren't afraid to wear colorful clothes in the winter, so you can bring that into your home.
And by the way, Kathy and I coordinated. You're welcome.
I know, thank you.
So say you want to, you know, bring that pop of color with paint. Where do you start in terms of selecting the right color?
I mean, the interior designers are great resources, but also the professionals at the paint stores are great. I look at neighbors' houses and see what they're doing. I love painting clients' front doors a bright color because it's a big impact and it's fun to do and it's a relatively low cost thing. You don't have to paint your whole house, but you can get this bright color. I just painted my front door this chartreuse, which is fun. So,
are you one that likes to do a single wall in a room, or do you like to do the entire room?
There was sort of a backlash against accent walls for a while in the interior design scene, but I'm all for it, especially with wallpaper. I think you can really bring in a lot of color and pattern with wallpaper, especially on one accent wall.
Wow, this is beautiful. I don't typically think of these types of prints. I think of, you know, gross old wallpaper, and this is gorgeous.
Right, yeah, and a lot of, I like doing a lot of floral stuff inside. Anytime you can bring the outside in, especially in the winter, is great.
We're looking at this picture here with a primarily, you know, white base to things, and then you see those color pops there.
In there.
Right. In a lot of these rooms, you know, if you take away all of the flowers and accessories and pillows, they're pretty neutral rooms. So it's easy to change out if you get sick of a pillow, but it's hard to change out if you get sick of, you know, your sofa.
Aside from pillows, any other types of accessories you really recommend to people?
Yeah, I love lighting. Lighting is a good way to bring in color and some bling. You can buy either vintage lamps that are fun pottery or sort of new retro-inspired stuff. And even in the kitchen, you can bring in pops with just a pretty bowl of citrus fruit or some fun plates or dishware.
Talk about the couch. So we have a very neutral couch here, and you talked about layering and with textures. And how many different layers do you want to go? My husband's always saying, more pillows?
Right, yeah. I like a lot. And I think if you can mix the scales, it's how you do it. Like, these are pretty small scale patterns, so you can mix a lot of them and they don't overwhelm. But the important thing is the couch is neutral, so you can do it anything you want.
Now, moving to the bedroom, as far as bedding goes, pops of color there. Do you go all out, go for the pattern bedspread?
I do, and I brought some bedding. This is all bedding over here, and I like to layer patterns. Why not? Especially in kids' rooms if I'm decorating a client's house and they've got kids.
Yeah, you have 3 different patterns
I like this.
Yeah, and those all work together. They're different scales. There's a pop of color that's a solid. There's a small print, and especially with families with a couple of kids, you can kind of mix and match and have fun with that.
I see you have a big piece of art down on the floor. Is this something that would go on the wall?
This is more wallpaper, nature-inspired.
Room?
Yeah, a statement, which is great in a powder room or an entry to really set the tone. I like wowing guests.
Oh, we have to see the bright artwork at the end of the couch.
Too,
right,
yeah.
and there's artwork, which is another good way to bring in color, and you can still keep your walls relatively neutral and change your art or move it around.
To those of us, Max, who keep our house the same winter, spring, summer, fall, what do you say?
I think it's fine. You know, that's the type of thing you can bring small hits with, color with flowers and
yeah, you have me thinking a lot more that.
Right.
Yeah,
just get some more pillows.
Yeah,
look, your husband will be thrilled.
Yeah, the container right there, or the salt and pepper shaker.
It's so fun.
Bright color brings a lot to the
little
room.
fun ways to bring in color, even in the kitchen.
Almost a throwback 60s, 70s.
Yeah, I see that a lot now. I think there's sort of a hip way to do it now. And these colors work great in Portland.
So you have 70s carpet? See, you're right on trend.
No, we bought a house with a lime green wall that we were going to paint right away, and then the more I live with it, it made me happy.
Right, if you wait long enough, it comes back in trend.
I walk in and I'm greeted by that.
Yes.
You know, it makes me smile.
Max
hey, thanks for
Humphrey.
coming by.
Thank you.